Okay, so we're at the XtraCup Finals here in Paris, and I'm joined by Hunni from Grand Danois, if we want to pronounce it French way. So you guys used to be known as Fragsters, but then like whole thing happened. So could you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, so we've been a part of Fragsters for 4 months now, and to be honest, it have been very nice to be in a part of them. But there were some issues. For example, they wouldn't support our LAN attendance. They didn't want to give money to our LAN attendance, and that's mainly the reason why we split with them. Because when we qualified for this cup, we really wanted to go, of course, but 5 days after we qualified, they told us that we could not go because they didn't want to fund, because there were no sponsors for us. So yeah, then we just decided we would put pressure on them, and still they didn't want to send us. So at last they gave us like this ultimatum to leave instant or to leave at the end of February, playing under their name for a month more.
Right. So it's purely because of the LAN support that you guys had.
Yeah, it's purely because of that. We were satisfied with their support otherwise.
All right. So do you guys have any ideas for like some teams lined up? And can you say so?
Well, so our manager, Drunken, have done a very good work, trying to get in contact with as many organizations as possible. I don't know the exact amount of organizations that he has contacted, but I think it's 30 above. And of course, we expect to get an organization that can support us the same ways as, for example, Dignitas sitting in here.
But no official word yet.
No official word yet. So
All right.
sorry.
all right, no problem. Okay, so we're filming this like right after your first match, which was the upper bracket final versus Chavs. You guys unfortunately kind of lost. It was 2-0 for Chavs, but it was fairly close game, right? It went to like 3-3 on Hollywood, and then it went like pretty close also on Lijiang. So like, what do you think about the match overall?
So I think it was a very, very good match, very close. But at the end, we just made too many mistakes that costed us Lijiang. I'm quite sure that we could have won it if we didn't make as many mistakes as we did. Also on Hollywood, I think we choked in the last 30 seconds or something, and we got picked off one by one, which shouldn't happen. We probably could have made it to a tiebreak, or I don't know how the rules is, but either a tiebreak or replay the map.
Right, because you guys finished the map, but then in overtime, so you didn't have time, whereas Chavs had a bit of time, so they just had to cap first one.
Exactly. We, like I said before, we choked. We had many mistakes. That costed us a lot of time on the first point and on the second point, and we kind of had a nice push on the last third point, but we just used too much time on the two first points, and that in the end costed us the game.
All right. You guys are a pretty young team overall, if we look at age average. So how much of this kind of choking do you think is just because you guys are young? Like, is this your first big LAN like this?
Yeah, actually, this me and Calix, we've been attending some LANs, League of Legends LANs and CS LANs, but the other guys haven't really got much LAN experience. And I think this is our first international LAN event as well. And I think that the fact that we're so young.
You think it played a bit, maybe?
Yeah, we got a lot of nerves on, I guess, and that made us make mistakes.
Okay. Do you think like if this match would have been online, that you guys could have beat Chavs?
I'm not sure. The Chavs is a very, very good team, both online and on LAN. They proved, and I'm not sure we could have beaten them, but maybe we could. I don't really know.
All right. All right, let's talk a bit about the meta, because of course the big news was the patch, which landed like 4 days ago just. So obviously every single team is gonna have a hard time adapting to that. You guys were kind of known for quad tank, at least from every time I've seen you play. You play a lot of quad tank. So how do you factor in the new patch where things have changed, and then just being used to what was used before, so just sticking with that?
Yeah, so in our last scrims, the 3 last days, we've actually have quite good results with the new meta. We ran a lot of 3 tanks and a Tracer, which is known by Gamers Origin as well. They have a very good Tracer player, so we're trying to copy that a little. Also, we're practicing the dive comp a bit more now, as the 4 tanks meta is not working that well anymore.
When you say dive comp, is it the full dive with just the Winston and then triple DPS?
Yeah, also that, but also 2 DPS, Genji, Trace, and then Winston, Sorry, or Diva. Because then we have both a lot of health and a lot of damage.
So kind of like the old school dive comp with just Winston's Zarya.
Yeah. Also, we've played a lot with Tornado Rocks, the Russian team, and they have been known for playing 3 DPS also in the last meta with the 4 tanks comp, and I think they're going to be really good in this patch as well. But I think they've learned us a lot in the last 3 days about the new meta and how to play it and how to counter 3 DPS, for example.
All right, so now, right now, there's the lower bracket match going on, which is between Dignitas and Movie Star Riders. So, like, have you scrimmed those teams? Do you have any idea what they're going to do or how good they are?
No, we have not. We have not scrimmed them, but we know they're very good teams, and we also played Dignitas in the online cup or qualifier, and we beat them 2-1. But that was again on the 4 tanks meta. And I think they're going to be very good in this new meta. I think Linkser has improved a lot on his Genji play, and also they have I can't really remember their other DPS, but he's very good as well.
It's Bromas.
Yeah, Bromas. He's a very good tracer, and also McCree. So he's gonna have a lot of impact in their game right now, I think. But also the Movie Star Riders, they're known for having some of the top players in solo queue, and I think they can do very well. I think it'll be a very close match between Movistar and Dignitas.
All right. Kind of talked about everything I wanted to talk about. Do you want to make a shout out? Maybe if any of those orgs will see this, convince them to pick you up and to send you to all the tournaments.
Yeah. I don't really know who to thank, but I hope that a lot of orgs will see this and will look into us, as we might get their interest. And I hope we'll find a new home soon.
All right. What about all the Danish fans? Do you want to say something in Danish for them?
Well, I don't really think that we have a lot of Danish fans, to be honest. But
come on.
But yeah, thank you for following, everyone. It's very nice that you support us both on Twitter and watching this stream, watching us play. And remember to follow or watch Lingo's Twitch on Twitch. He's the only real streamer right now on our team.
Yeah, I'll just give me that. I'll post it there. We're good. Okay, thank you very much for the interview, and I hope you do well in the next matches.
Yeah. Me too.